In the ashes of World War I, a figure emerged from obscurity to become one of history's most infamous dictators. This is the story of Adolf Hitler, his rise, his reign of terror, and his ultimate collapse. Born in Austria in 1889, Hitler's early life was marked by disappointment. A failed artist and a drifter in Vienna, he developed a worldview steeped in radical nationalism and The trauma of Germany's defeat in World War I was his political awakening. In 1919, he joined the small German Workers' Party in Munich. With his fiery oratory, he quickly became its leader, rebranding it as the National Socialist German Workers' Party, or the Nazi Party. Its ideology was a toxic mix of racial supremacy, aggressive expansionism, and a deep-seated hatred for the Treaty of Versailles. Post-war Germany was a nation in chaos. Hyperinflation, mass unemployment, and political instability created fertile ground for extremism. Hitler and his propaganda chief, Joseph Goebbels, masterfully exploited this desperation. Through powerful speeches, mass rallies, and a relentless propaganda machine, Hitler promised to restore German greatness. He offered simple scapegoats for complex problems, blaming Jews, communists, and the Weimar government for the nation's woes. He cultivated an image as Germany's savior, drawing in millions of disillusioned citizens who craved a strong leader. On January 30th, 1933, a fateful political miscalculation by the German establishment led to President Hindenburg appointing Hitler as chancellor. Within months, he dismantled democracy, banned all other political parties, and established a brutal dictatorship. Hitler did not rule alone. His power was upheld by a circle of loyal and ruthless subordinates. Joseph Goebbels controlled the Ministry of Propaganda, poisoning the minds of the nation with Nazi ideology and censoring all dissent. Heinrich Himmler, head of the dreaded SS, was the architect of the Holocaust, overseeing a vast network of concentration and extermination camps. Hermann Göring, a World War I flying ace, commanded the Luftwaffe and plundered the economies of occupied Europe. This inner circle enforced Hitler's will through terror, surveillance, and absolute control, ensuring the Nazi regime's grip on Germany was unbreakable. On September 1st, 1939, Hitler's ambition plunged the world into its deadliest conflict. The invasion of Poland triggered World War II. Initially, Germany's blitzkrieg tactics brought stunning victories. France fell, and by 1940, only Britain stood against him. The Battle of Britain saw the Royal Air Force heroically fend off Göring's Luftwaffe, handing Hitler his first major setback. Ignoring the lessons of history, Hitler made a fatal strategic error in June 1941. He launched Operation Barbarossa, a massive invasion of the Soviet Union. The war on the Eastern Front became a brutal, grinding conflict that bled the German army dry. That same year, Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor brought the United States into the war, turning a European conflict into a global one. The tide was turning. The systematic genocide known as the Holocaust was simultaneously reaching its horrific peak, as millions of Jews and other minorities were systematically murdered in camps like Auschwitz. By 1943, the Axis powers were in retreat. The German defeat at the Battle of Stalingrad marked a decisive turning point on the Eastern Front. In North Africa, Allied forces pushed German and Italian troops out, paving the way for an invasion of Italy. On June 6, 1944, Dictator, Allies landed in Normandy, opening a long-awaited second front in Western Europe. Caught between the Soviets in the east and the Allies in the west, the Third Reich began to crumble. Germany's cities were reduced to rubble by Allied bombing. Its economy collapsed, and its military was decimated. In the final months, Hitler retreated into a world of paranoia and delusion, hidden away in his Berlin bunker. He accused his most loyal commanders of betrayal as his armies disintegrated. On April 30th, 1945, with Soviet troops closing in just blocks away, Adolf Hitler took his own life. Days later, Germany surrendered unconditionally. The Thousand-Year Reich had lasted just 12. The aftermath revealed the full scale of Nazi atrocities. The Nuremberg trials brought high-ranking Nazi officials to justice for their crimes against humanity, establishing a new precedent in international law. The world was forever changed, divided by the Cold War and haunted by the specter of nuclear weapons. The story of Hitler's rise and fall is a permanent chilling warning, a reminder of how easily societies can slide into hatred, how charismatic leaders can exploit fear, and why the values of democracy, tolerance, and human rights must be defended at all costs. Thank you for watching.